Hey, this is Scott Wellington, and gonna make another video. I'm hoping to make it more regular, but we'll see what happens. I've learned a lot about myself about doing this. It's very hard to do this every day. It's makes you face yourself a lot. That's kind of interesting for me. I'm gonna give a little tiny shout out to a person named Dan Tanabe, who's one of my very, very good friends. I appreciate you sending little encouraging statements now and then, and I appreciate you watching very much. I really do. It makes me miss. I remember back in the day, we went to some place because Dominic was flying home, and we were doing a going away party, and you were playing video poker, and a female came and sat next to me, and she worked with you, and she said, "Oh, Dan's over there playing video poker." I'm like, "Of course, he's Asian. He has to play video poker." And she's like, "You can't say that. You can't make fun of him being Asian." I'm like, "I'm Irish. I'm so mad I'm going to get put down this whiskey and go punch somebody." And I just laughed. And so anyway, Dan, you mean a lot to me, and I appreciate you giving the little shout outs. I really do. So anyway, I grew up in Granada Hills in Southern California, right up next to the mountains. However, I had a lot of anger that was in the house because, no offense, I completely understand it, but my stepdad, got activated for Vietnam, so he had some anger issues, and my mother had some anger issues, and they like to have anger issues together. And so I also had a very weird, I focused on it way too much for a 12 or 13-year-old, but I had a weird emotion about my grandparents who lived in the state of Utah, and I didn't think they were going to live much longer. I don't know where I came up with that. It's not like they were sick, but I decided that, and I used to think about that often. So I moved from Los Angeles back up to Utah, back up to the middle of nowhere, Utah. And I knew that it was a whole different world. I remember walking home from school and with a girl who was from Utah that I happened to have a crush on. And we walked outside and we'd missed our bus. And I said, "Okay, well, let's just walk home." And so we were walking and talking, and we started talking about religion. And she believed that there were more Mormons than there were Catholics. And I had a very hard time. I realized I was in a completely different world when I found that out. I didn't have the heart to even start to talk to her about Muslims. So I knew that it was very different. It was a big change for me. I have no desire to be in a religious debate with anyone. I don't really, whatever gets you through the night, I really don't care. But yeah, just having such a different opinion from what was reality kind of affected me a lot. So like I said, I just knew that I'd gone into a different world, but I was up there and I was close to my parents and they treated me very well, and it quelled my big fear of them dying on me and me being in Los Angeles. I was very worried about that apparently when I was 12. And so I see a lot of what's going on today, and it makes me very, very sad. And I keep thinking of a movie. It's called Green Mile, and it's Tom Hanks plays a police officer or not a police officer, a prison officer who's over all these guys that are on death row, and that's why they call it Green Mile. It's that last walk before you would go on the electric chair. And he gets one of the prisoners, and one of the prisoners called him boss all the time. Instead of his name, he just said boss. And I remember Tom Hanks asked him, "Well, what you thinking about?" And he says, "I'm just tired, boss. I'm tired of a man being so evil to each other." And that's affected me a lot. I think that everybody right now, there's so much fear between the virus and the the killing, which I'm not defending. There's just a lot of fear and a lot of negativity running around, and there needs to be less fear nationwide, worldwide. Even people in England are marching in Ireland or marching in protests, and I think it was wrong. I'm not trying to get in a political debate. I just want everyone to stop having so much fear, including the people that are guilty. Just stop with all the fear. Let's just take care of each other. I'll make this short, and I already can see the timer. I'm at 5 minutes. Just I'm going to say the same thing I always say. Just be positive, choose to be happy, and choose to be a leader. Just try that for a while. Seriously, if everybody would just try love and gratitude for a year, the whole planet would change. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day.